It's the Ghost Ballers, undefeated against Gilbert Arenas and the enemies.
You know the two?
George Gervin, and he's about 2 feet from me right now.
Yes.
Number 6. Great to be with you, Avery Johnson, our entire crew, as we're underway in Game 3. Ricky Davis off the mark, and Royce White with the rebound for the enemies. Can't wait to get back there to the Alamo City in August with you.
Yeah, looking forward to it. I have some pretty good restaurants here.
Good. You mentioned breakfast about 5 times in 2 weeks, so I'm really excited.
The fans said Kawhi Leonard was going to eat free in Toronto if he re-signed. We might have a chance of eating free.
Here's Mike Bibby, the captain of the Ghost Ballers. Moon hits a tough fall away in his return to his home state.
I think he tweaked his hamstring a little bit last week. Went home and did some rehab, and now he's back playing.
Davis was blocked, but Davis finds a way, set up by Moon. How about this 6-0 start for the Ghost Ballers?
They're really focused to start this game. Guys are ready to shoot.
Greg Smith, the turnaround over Moon, gets the enemies on the board. Now, both teams have extended the floor, to say the least. Craig Smith gets it back.
That's the advantage that the enemies have inside.
Last week in Philadelphia. Craig Smith shakes the shoulders. Air ball, Bibby right back up and in. Mike Bibby, first basket in this Big 3 season.
Just awareness and alertness on Bibby's part, knowing that that was an air ball, and I have an opportunity to go up and get an easy 2.
A 3-point shooter. And yet we see guys try it all the time as Davis catch and shoot. Ricky Davis knocks it down. Nice answer for the Ghost Ballers. Oh, we saw 1 NBA season for him.
Did he score 30 points in the game?
35.
Where was that?
At the Garden against the Knicks. Didn't attempt a single 3. He'll shoot 3s now, but he said, different NBA, as you know. Putting on moves against White. Mike Taylor, reverse lay-in. Nicely done, 13-9 Ghost Ballers. And Lamar Odom on the path to keeping his career alive and showing people what he can still do as a person and a professional.
You know, years ago, there was a commercial, Charles Barkley talked about, I'm not a role model. And, in context, we understood what he was talking about, but Lamar Odom is a role model, especially when you're facing those type of addictions and being able to come back from that adversity and putting it out there front and center. And he looks good. I'm glad that he's playing the game and playing it here in the Big 3.
The new book, Darkness to Light, from Lamar Odom, highlighting some of his stories. And getting to this point, he's 39 years old, out today for the enemies, but they hope he's a key piece down the stretch of this Big 3 season. How about that move? Up and under, going reverse. Derek Byers out of Vanderbilt. Second-round pick in 2007. Was a finalist for some NBA jobs, and then went to the G League, did a terrific job. Byers again cleaning up the...
Keeping Davis in front.
Smith seals and scores, and the recognition from White.
You can move, you can cut, you have time. You don't have to just post up or run pick and rolls. Back cut.
Agent Zero waiting to come in for the enemies. White, they call a foul.
You always talked about as a coach, what were your non-negotiables? My non-negotiables were, do not foul a 3-point shooter.
Davis misses from 4, but he gets the rebound and scores from 2. Played 2 NBA games. Entry to Smith, spins, and the nice touch.
The Ghost Ballers haven't had much success on the switch with Royce White, trying to attack Royce White. Probably need to go somewhere else, go elsewhere and attack another guy, maybe like Smith in this situation. You can have some success.
Craig Smith already with 10 points. Fouled by Taylor. And Craig Smith capitalizes.
If Boozer can give the Ghost Ballers somewhat of an inside presence.
Royce White with the touch, and the enemies take a 26-18 lead into the break.
They're winning the old-fashioned way.
Out of a double to Arenas, and he drills it. Agent Zero waiting for that first points of the night. Stripped, White the steal, White the slam. He ripped it away from Davis straight up and finishes for the enemies. They sag off him, now finds Smith. Drills the three. Craig Smith having a huge game. He's got 17, and it's a 16-point cushion. And now the challenge for the Ghost Ballers, Avery. They missed 7 consecutive shots. Bibby Davis again misses.
If the enemies start making threes, and they've made 2 to start the half, probably bye-bye, Ghost Ballers.
White, no foul, nicely done, but given back to White. And Craig Smith adds to the run. It's 10 consecutive points to begin the half.
Having a lot of fun, and they're playing with a lot of freedom.
Rick Mahorn all smiles for now. Mike Taylor short. And now it's Arenas to extend the lead. Gilbert Arenas makes it a 21-point enemies advantage.
He was making half-court shots in practice yesterday, and it's carried over to the second half of this game.
Taylor, much needed 4-pointer for the Ghost Ballers.
We'll see if that can give the Ghost Ballers a little momentum.
Craig Smith has led the way with 19. Switched on to Davis. Craig Smith short, Mike Taylor's there.
Mike should go back to the 4-point shot.
Drive stripped. Off the thigh of Taylor.
We talked about 4-point attempts, taking advantage of it. Your team is down. Excellent decision by Mike Taylor.
I'll tell you what, this guy has been a star. In terms of interior presence, Ghost Ballers have not had a match for him. There it is. Taylor again from the same 4-point circle. And that changes this one. Ghost Ballers creeping a little closer. Davis against Arenas. Leans in. And Ricky Davis excels at getting to the lines. Getting away the threes for the enemies. They've been terrific from inside the arc. And
very important time in the game right here for the enemies to get quality shots, keep the ball moving a little bit. Quick drives.
White, much needed with that left hand, ends a 10-0 run for the Ghost Ballers.
Yeah, but more to Smith.
He'd probably smile and say soaking wet. Moon was at the 4-point circle, lanes open, and Moon will go to the line for the Ghost Ballers.
And it continues. They're going to post up. They're going to post up Arenas. They got to get him in the paint.
Smith, the recognition with the shot clock coming down, scores to give him 21. Taylor over Arenas. Enemies in a good spot now.
Yeah, normally that's like a layup for Mike Taylor. He just unfortunately didn't finish it.
Craig Smith, the big body, low to the ground. He's got 23. He's made 8 shots, and the enemies 5 points from their second win. Moon, not so fast from the Ghost Ballers. But a top pick in the first round out of Iowa State, and the #1 pick this year in the Big Three. Couldn't corral that rebound, and Davis obliges.
That was all Mike Taylor going in, getting a hand on that offensive rebound, still playing with a tremendous amount of energy.
Enemies 5 points away. White switched on a Moon. No look. Arenas. Yes! Agent Zero sets a point game for the enemies.
Gilbert Arenas, that was a deep three, but Royce White made that play by penetrating it on time, on target pass.
For the win, Gilbert Arenas knocks it down. Game over in Birmingham. Enemies a winner.
Not only is the bank open, but all of the lakes around the state of Alabama, they're wide open.